Hello, it's Tuesday. Let's go through the markets and see what's going on. So Bessent spoke yesterday. He basically jawboned for 20 minutes. Big waste of everybody's time. At this point, it looked like money rotated into defense. It closed mixed, and it looks like this morning pre-market's quietly dovish, which is cutting into yesterday's defensive read. We have TLT is bidding. We have oil down considerably. And gold is soft, rather flat. Energy soft. We had an indecisive candle yesterday, kind of low volume. Energy's pulling back a little bit. Let's see here. Let's check out FSX. Copper trade was up yesterday. It's giving back a little bit. So that's good. So it looks like things are kind of coming back a little bit and looking dovish this morning, which is interesting. So yesterday it looks like we saw just kind of a defensive rotation, so it's not really a growth scare. It looks like instead of everybody fleeing to cash, they just rotated down the ladder into staples, utilities, bonds, which is why the defensive led while the VIX only rose slightly. So we're waiting for the PC wash to pull the long end down potentially to see what that looks like. So we're just kind of waiting around. Thin volume across the board this morning. Market reviews coming back as low confidence, mixed. Gold still shows extended. XLF is showing unfavored, but if you look at the chart, it's looking pretty interesting. Let's see. XLF, saw this come out. Where's my chart here? XLF going back into consolidation range here. If we can see a strong close over 58.50, then that would be a good indicator. Yesterday I passed on Visa because I just really had wrong calibrations on my volume, but yesterday closed high volume across that June 2025 level with definitely some wiggle room, so we'll be getting into that this morning. Had a signal for CarMax, but I don't know, not too crazy about that, so we'll probably pass on that. So we're still hanging out with our gold position. We might add to it depending on the volume this morning. We do have some other stuff going on, so let's kind of check out what's going on here. Where's this at? Trying to find my strategy. Okay, PK came back into some money yesterday. Pre-market back at the high there, so we had a kind of a higher volume there. I'm going to push this back. Good. IHI. So it's consolidating around there. Higher volume. I'm gonna move this up just a little bit. Chart still looks bullish. We're just kind of hanging out. IEFA. So we're just back at the fill. Pre-market's up. We've tested this level like multiple times now, so I'm just going to move this up. What kind of price action did we have yesterday? Lower volume and decisive candle up pre-market. Okay. Path is up 17%. Stop loss still at the spot. We did see lower volume. Yeah. It's interesting. $20 days creeping up. I'm just going to follow this 20-day. What do we got here? Pre-market flat. ECO. That still looks good. Higher volume than yesterday. Closed higher. Plus remains. EUFN. Very high volume candle there. So it took less volume to clear the previous higher volume on August 18th. IQLT, still consolidating, low volume pullback. E-pull, up slightly. Must stop. Gonna move the stop to, what is this? Is it 44? Okay. Move and stop. To that. High volume, up thrust. And then man, 7.5. Okay. So we are seeing some lift on this. Is there any pre-market on this? Nope. Low volume, up thrust. Okay. Looking at the runs, we have bull flag breakout, two really interesting ones. All right, this is not going to work for that. And then this is a really interesting one. LIFE down pre-market a little bit because we're seeing tech get a bid on that. That's interesting. Leadership, sell Etsy, cart. Seeing these names. Low volume on that. BMY, so we're seeing some healthcare bids come through. High type flag. Okay, not too bad. Let's see what we're looking at here. Let's go through the sectors. See that we saw some heavy rotation into consumer staples, but it's still on low volume. Utilities, flat volume. Healthcare is still consolidating. I'm glad I got out of that. Materials yesterday went right up to that February 12th level. Got pushed down on high volume. Notice that. I've seen a low volume test on biotech, XBI. Okay, not too bad. Let's go through some of the stuff here. Geo did break through that May level. And now it's just floating around as the 20-day creeps up. NVDA had very high volume bearish yesterday, running through that point from November of last year. Not looking good. Path is so close. Seeing some minor pullback on Southern Copper, but we're already in FSX, so I'm good with that. All right, what are we doing on this? And then Visa. Walmart. KMX. I don't like that. We're going to remove it. Okay. So seeing some movement into tech. I'm going to probably get into Visa. Don't really have anything else I'm looking at. I'm going to see if I can start adding into my gold position. I'm going to be watching XLE, seeing what we do with that. I do have an interesting AUD USD play. So if that closes good, we'll work through what that looks like. But yeah, for now, pretty calm morning.